Should a vegan wear secondhand leather? This is actually a very contentious question, and it's what we're going to explore today. Let's cue the intro. Hi, Fee here, the Healthy Vegan author, helping people to go vegan through my books and encouraging you to stay a healthy vegan. So I'm going to start with the definition of vegan as it's stated by the Vegan Society. Veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. Leather is, of course, from animals, and so a vegan will never even consider buying new leather goods. Some leather is actually totally unavoidable, as it's a material that is used in so many different ways. It can be found in sports equipment, in tools, in book bindings, and sometimes it's even hidden from view, such as within the framework of furniture. However, we all know the vegan will not deliberately buy any new item that is made from animal, including wool or silk. But what about the second-hand stuff? Now, if a vegan does choose to get leather shoes from the thrift store or a woolen jumper, does that mean he or she is no longer vegan? Well, the way I see it, there are kind of two sides to this question. So today I'm going to give you the argument for both sides, and you can make your own mind up. I will be very interested to hear what you have to say. So let's start with the yes, it's okay to wear secondhand leather. Now, plenty of people may already have leather shoes or woolen jerseys in their wardrobe prior to going vegan, and therefore there shouldn't really be any judgment or stigma applied to the vegan who continues to use these garments, as they're not contributing to the demand. The same applies to those leather goods that are purchased in the second-hand stores, the thrift stores, or as we call it here in New Zealand, op shops, garage sales or yard sales and car boot sales or online trading, not directly encouraging the demand and therefore contributing to the death of more animals. Buying second-hand, which one should always try to do anyway for lots of things, is a way of helping to reduce the fashion footprint. Environmentally speaking, leather sure isn't a great product. It can take around 50 years to break down, and in the meantime it leaches its toxic chemicals into the earth. And yes, chemicals are used in the tanning process. We don't do it like they did 200 years ago or however long ago. So buying second-hand is keeping the leather out of the landfills and in circulation for as long as possible, thus helping the environment. So now let's look at the no, it's not okay. Now remember that leather is an animal byproduct, and sometimes it's actually the main reason that the animal dies is for its leather, as is in the fur industry, but even some cow leather. And because the vegans don't use any animal products, even second-hand leather is not technically vegan. When you wear it, it can actually perpetuate the idea to non-vegans that it's desirable or acceptable, because they don't know your reason for wearing it, so they think it's okay. It can be confusing to others exactly what the vegan message is, and it makes the vegan cause kind of harder to understand. Regardless of where it's purchased, or if you already have it or you've inherited it, the mere fact of wearing an animal skin can be abhorrent to some vegans, as just knowing where it originally came from and the cruelty those animals had to endure. Now, this is usually enough to put off most vegans. Okay, so now with the 2 points there, should someone who is vegan in every way but wears second-hand leather be judged as not a vegan? And, you know, with the rise of vegan shoes and bags that look so much like leather, it makes another sobering point. How does the non-vegan tell the difference? So the vegan shoes that look like leather is giving the same message as the second-hand leather shoes. Bit of a quandary, isn't it? Now, one last thing I'd like to point out here. For someone to ditch all their leather shoes and then go and buy new vegan ones is going to be a rather expensive exercise. Vegan shoes are not cheap. And the cheap synthetic ones, well, you don't know if the glue is animal. And also, where's it been made? Sweatshops? Which means you now have to consider the human side, like child labour or poor working conditions, etc. So there are the two sides. As for what I think, I'm just grateful if someone is embracing the vegan lifestyle to the best of their ability and what sits well with them. I've always said that veganism is a journey. Those who do wear second-hand leather will eventually discard it and decide that wearing animal skin is not the most ethical or desirable thing to do. But I would like to know what you think about it. And now it's time for the wee bonus fact. Did you see that KFC has introduced a vegan burger? Well, a vegan chicken burgery thingy. They brought it into a few stores in the UK. They've teamed up with the brand Quorn, and they set about doing a trial for a month. They sold out in 4 days, and they sold 500% more vegan burgers than they did the average burger. As I said, this was supposed to be a month-long trial. Boy, did they miscalculate the vegan trend. All the new vegans who had to give up KFC would have flocked in to grab a taste of the old days. So that's the fact. But I also want to ask if you would buy from KFC or McDonald's if they offered a vegan version, considering they still have the abusive animal mentality. Mind you, McD's are still making up its mind. Talk about slow. For me, you know, I think it's awesome that these giants are stepping into the plant world. Personally, I'm not going to eat it. I didn't when I, years and years and years ago when I was eating it or could eat it. But then, I've been vegan for a very long time. But for transitioning or new vegans who used to eat this stuff, it's brilliant. And, what about the times when you're out with your mates and after the pub and they all head off to KFC? You now can go in as well and have the vegan version. Well, in some stores anyway. And it's not until July because they ran out. One last thought. KFC stands for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Think of the day when it becomes KFNC. Kentucky Fried, not chicken. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you got something from this video, please share. Give it a thumbs up. And subscribe, clicking the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Remember, have great food and make it whole plant-based. And please be compassionate to all animals, including humans. Bye for now.